Every morning, I wake up to the sound of my alarm clock buzzing through the speakers of my phone. I roll over, check the time, and look to see if any new notifications that have popped up while I was sleeping. I then scroll through social media until I feel awake enough to get out of bed. From there, I play Apple Music through my phone as I get ready for the day. And then I continue to have this music play as I drive to wherever I'm going for the day, whether it be my job or work. Throughout the rest of my day, I'm constantly scrolling through Instagram or TikTok whenever boredom strikes. According to an observational study conducted by the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, teens and young adults spend an average of 8 hours on their phones. I can personally attest to this, seeing as my average screen time, as depicted on the screen in front of you, is 8 hours and 30 minutes a day. As I'm sure several of you have a similar experience. What is most commonly heard is that social media has a detrimental impact on a person's life. However, it is not completely one-sided. Social media and other applications can have a positive impact and have ways that it can benefit a person's life. It is all in how you utilize it. I have split the positive and negative effects into 3 different categories: the relationship that is built with social media, its ability to aid in human interaction, and accessibility for creating new identities. Social media can have a positive effect on a person's life if it is utilized correctly. Amy Roeder from Harvard School of Public Health put it, how much it is routinely used and how emotionally connected users are to the platforms has a difference in its effects on humans. In other words, if you incorporate social media throughout your everyday routine, then this will help to develop a healthy relationship with social media. For instance, if you were to check the applications once during your lunch break, as depicted in the gray box, or once during your night before you go to bed, just to catch up on the day's events, then this is deemed as a healthy usage of social media. However, if we go over to the white box, this would be deemed as an unhealthy usage of social media. If you're constantly scrolling through every social media app obsessively in fear of, as Roeder puts it, missing out, then this creates an unhealthy relationship with social media. This can be dangerous. This type of behavior, it is very common for people, especially young teens, to develop certain conditions such as depression, anxiety, loneliness, and even self-harm. This is why it is very conscious to know the reasons of why you are using social media. Another point with social media is its positive and negative effects that come along with digital human interactions. Jenna Clark from Sage Publication puts it, high-quality, intimate relationships are crucial to the well-being, affecting happiness, health, and longevity in humans. In other words, as humans, we have a need to feel accepted and thought about. Applications such as Facebook, Snapchat, and even FaceTime, or any other application that allows humans to interact with one another, cures this desire. Her research and experiments have helped her to build a claim in which she states, increase in Facebook usage leads to increase in felt connection, perceived social support, and social capital. These relationship quality indicators, in turn, are related to an increase in well-being. For example, we can look into a long-distance relationship. While they may not be able to talk to each other every day or see each other in person, they have the accessibility to communicate over social media platforms in order to cure the desire of being thought about one another. This helps them to stay connected even though they are miles apart. While social media is a great alternative to help with human interaction, it also has its limitations. It is just not the same as being able to meet with somebody in person. When you communicate online, you're at risk for miscommunication and the lack of real human connection. Let's look back at the long-distance relationship example. You may be able to communicate with someone over applications, but you're not able to experience the physical connections. This is part of the reason why some long-distance relationships often fail. Lastly, the last point made refers to the ability of people to create fake identities over platforms. While it is often told of the scares of chatting with strangers online, Mayo Clinic provides insight into the positives of social media use. First of all, they have research to suggest that social media can benefit people by helping them create new identities. This can be helpful for those who may be disabled or who are not happy with who they are. For instance, as you can see in the gray box to the left, pictured is someone who is in a wheelchair. They may have problems walking. While chatting online, they have the ability to pretend to be somebody who they are not. So they may be able to portray themselves to other people as not being disabled and boost their mental health. If they're able to pretend then that they are someone else, then they may be able to retain this information in real life. While creating alter identities over social media has benefits for some people, it also has its downfalls. For example, if anyone who is struggling in life is able to create a fake identity, then that means anyone in the world is able to the same ability as well. As depicted in the white box on the right, you see two people, and this means that everyone in the world has this access as well. This is where problems occur. There are too many people who have been caught creating fake identities online in order to harm others or individuals. In conclusion, social media and other applications can be used to benefit a person's life in the same way it can be used to hinder it. It all depends on how you choose to interact with social media. It has been proven most beneficial for you, an individual, to be very conscious about how often you are on social medias and the reasons for why you are using it. In addition, it is very important to be wary of the potential illnesses that can develop from misuse of social media, as well as the dangerous people who have access to this. Social media's impact on an individual is all in how they